All right, let's finally get into the DIY gifts. The first thing I'm going to be making is a jar filled with ingredients to make some chocolate chip cookies. You could do whatever type of cookie or brownie even that you wanted, but just something that's gonna look aesthetically pleasing in the jar. Okay, so let's do these cookie jars. All right, step one is to find some jars. Now, you may have some that you already own that you could reuse. I definitely recommend that if you have it. I had these that were just pasta sauce cans, and so I will show you how to remove the labels off of these and use them. But I actually don't think these are large enough for the cookie recipe I'm going to be doing. So I'm actually going to be using these for the other DIY gift that I will be making today as a container for them, which they will be homemade dog treats. So stick around for that. It'll be really exciting. Maybe I'll let my dog taste test one just to show you guys how good they are. But if you already have larger jars, that's amazing. Please reuse them. You know, sustainability is super important. I actually am going to have a sustainability series coming out, and within it I will talk about jars and what kinds of things you can do with them. But I found these at Goodwill actually. They were only $1 a piece, and mason jars can be expensive nowadays. I did just use, they just have like typical jar lids. They're not like the little thing, and you know how it has like a little circle and then you screw on another thing. But if you have that, then you could put the circle down and then put like a nice little piece of cloth if you have an extra piece somewhere, and then screw it on, and then it'll keep the cloth on and it'd be really cute. I don't have that, but if you don't have a Goodwill by you, or you don't want to go to a Goodwill for whatever reason, or you go to the Goodwill or a thrift shop and they don't have any, then they do have some at Dollar Tree. I actually went and double checked for you guys. I could have gotten mine there, but I had already bought these. You can also get them at like Walmart or a store like that, but they may just be a little pricier since mason jars are in right now. These are actually, they are mason jars. It says mason, but it's not like the typical pattern, which I kind of like. It's more smooth and it just has a little pattern over here. They're nice and big. These are quart size. I double checked. You should double check before you start the recipe to make sure your recipe is actually gonna fit in there. I did it. I Googled it because I always forget how big a quart is. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's 4 cups, but I don't know for sure. It is 4 cups. So I just took a measuring cup and measured 4 cups of water into here just to make sure that it would fit, and it does like perfectly. So we're gonna have to make sure we don't go over on any of the ingredients. But you can also find recipes for pint size ones, which is the size they had at Dollar Tree. Step 1, find a jar. Check. Step 2 is to look up a recipe for the cookie jars. I found one that is actually by Nestle, so I'm just gonna do that one. It is for quart size jars, so it'll fit perfectly in these. I'm gonna link that recipe down below if you want to use it. Feel free to. I've never made the cookies from this, so I mean, maybe if I have enough ingredients, I'll have to make my own cookies tonight just to taste test them to make sure they actually taste good. I'm sure they'll taste great. Step 3 is to grab all the ingredients. So for this, we are going to need 1 3/4 cup flour, 3/4 teaspoon baking soda. Now, in case you haven't baked a ton or whatever, there is a big difference between baking soda and baking powder. So make sure you grab baking soda. Sorry if you can hear my dog groaning. He's very bored with me right now. He just wants the dog toys. Salt, some chocolate chips. This calls for semi-sweet ones. I don't even have semi-sweet, I have milk chocolate. It's fine, you can do dark chocolate, whatever chocolate you want. Some brown sugar and some white sugar. I have a little bit left in this, so we'll use that and then finish the rest with this. Sugar just went everywhere. Okay, and then the other ingredients for the recipe that we're gonna write on a little note card and attach to the jar are butter, egg, and vanilla extract, and then optional chopped nuts. And again, the recipe is linked down below, so if I move too fast, you can definitely check that out. Step 4, wash your hands. It is COVID time. You do not want to pass on any germs. I already washed my hands, but just to, you know, really emphasize it, I'm gonna put on some hand sanitizer. Alrighty, so let's grab a small bowl and the measuring cups and everything and get started. All right, so if you were like me and you had to double check the size of your mason jar, just make sure it is nice and dry before you start putting the ingredients in, because that would be sad for them to be all wet from you testing it. And make sure that you use the water that you use to measure this for something else. Pour it into a water bottle or something for you to drink it, give it to your dog, save it to water plants, do something with it so you're not just wasting 4 whole cups of water. All right, so wait, I need to grab scissors actually. All right, so step 1 in the ingredients is flour. So my dog's asking to go outside. He does not need outside right now. We need 1 3/4 cups of flour. So with baking, especially since we have to be so exact with this recipe for it to fit in a jar, use a knife and just like scrape off the top to make sure it's perfectly even. In my head, I was worried that this bowl is gonna be too small for all of this, but if this bowl's too small, then that jar is too small. So let's hope it's not. So yeah, I just like pat it down and then scrape. Okay, we're all done with flour. All right, so baking soda, we need 3/4 teaspoon. Salt, again, 3/4 teaspoon. You do not want too much salt or baking soda. Brutus! Come here! And why are you barking? Brutus is mad. He's not getting all the attention. But I've definitely put in too much salt and too much baking soda in recipes before, and it doesn't turn out good. So, we got that. Okay, so we just combined those 3 things in this bowl. And that's gonna be one of the layers. Glad I read the directions because I almost just got excited and started putting more in it. So I'm like really tempted to make cookies now. But like I'm literally alone in my house because it's quarantine. So like, would I just eat all the cookies myself? All stirred. Yep. How am I gonna pour this into that little jar? You guys will have to scoop it. It literally just says place flour mixture in jar, as if that's just like super easy. We could like use this maybe, you know? Nope, don't trust myself. It's gonna just spill everywhere. I bet if you had like a funnel of some sort, that would be nice. But like you wouldn't want too small of a funnel. Oh, it has a little pour spout. I grabbed a rubber spatula just to make sure I get everything out of this bowl. But if you don't have one of these, that's totally fine. I think it'll survive without this little tiny bit. All right, it says place flour mixture in jar. You probably wanna like get it so that it's like even, you know, flat. It says to press firmly after each layer. How are we supposed to press firmly when it's like in the jar? Am I dumb? I don't know. How do you press firmly when it's inside the jar? Let me know in the comments below after I've already done this. Maybe next time I'll be better. Okay, so there's one layer. I think it's pretty even. Kind of bugs me that you can like see it in there. Is this a horrible idea? Okay. I know no one else will care about this, so I shouldn't worry about it, but here I am. Okay. Step 1, first layer is in. I think this will look cute. Okay. Okay, then it says layer chocolate chips, brown sugar, and granulated sugar in order. Press firmly after each layer. 1.5 cups of chocolate chips. Wow. Gotta eat that one. Is this gonna fit everything? 1.5 cups. Okay. We're trusting you, Nestle. Chips are going everywhere. Okay. Every chocolate chip that falls out, I have to eat, you know? And you can never have too many chocolate chips. Okay. So yeah, we can press it firmly now that's this high up. And this is why you need to wash your hands before doing this. I know these are gonna go through the oven, but you just never know. Okay. All right, next up is brown sugar. I have a nice fresh bag of that. 3/4 cup packed brown sugar. Oh my gosh, it went everywhere. Pack it, pack it, pack it. Okay, this I think has a half. Yes. Did 1/4, and then I'm doing half a cup to equal out 3/4 cup. Oh, I did not think that through. Oh, just went everywhere. I am covered. Wow. Let's just scoop it with the spoon. This is stressing me out. It's going to be packed. Do I have to add anything else? Half a cup of sugar. I don't know how half a cup of sugar is gonna fit in here. I don't think it is. Then what? I think I'm gonna take, see, I'm making the mistakes for you. So by watching my video, you're now gonna know that this recipe doesn't fit in this jar. I don't know what they're talking about. We'll just take some of the chocolate chips out. You know, that's like sad because chocolate chips are the best part. Do you wanna? I wonder if that'll be enough. Probably not. It's a mess over here, guys. I'm glad you're coming along on this journey with me. Okay. All right. So it's a little uneven, but it's fine. It does not need to be perfect. I think anyone will just be happy to get cookies. Or not pre-made cookies, but pre-portioned cookies. Onto the sugar. So this is a 1/4 cup. This is getting tight. Guys, is it all gonna fit? What do I do? I really don't know. Do I take out more chocolate chips? Ow. I'm just gonna put that on the table for now. It's a mess in here. Round 2 of trying to make this all fit. You know, I could just cut these fails out of the video, save you guys some time of watching, but I think this shows real life, and that's what I'm all about, is showing real life. Watch me struggle, you know. We all struggle. It is a-okay. Life isn't perfect, and neither are we, you know? This is so sad that they don't get this many chocolate chips. I was thinking about it though, and if you didn't care as much about aesthetics, you could honestly just like put a pre-made cookie mix in a jar and give it to them. I considered it. Maybe I should have went through with it. I could use a strainer for this instead of picking them out with my hands like this. Maybe if you did the chocolate chips like last, then you'd know how many you could add in. It won't look the exact same aesthetically as like what I'm going for, but if it could save you this time, could be nice. But I'm in too deep. I'll let you know how many M&Ms I took out. M&Ms. I'll let you know how many chocolate chips I took out. Going everywhere. Okay, we're gonna make this work, guys. I believe in us. I'm totally just covering it, aren't I? I hate that sound. Okay, I think we should be able to right here now. Oh! After lots of trial and error, I finally got it to fit. Yay! I can just throw some of these chocolate chips on top. Add a fun little layer, you know. No one has to know. It's like the TikTok audio.
Nobody's gonna know. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. How would they know?
Look at all this light brown sugar though that came out of it. Is that gonna screw with the recipe? Let's try to get some of it. Okay, so here it is in all of its glory. Ooh. So beautiful. It's filled to the rim, literally. My hands are disgusting, and I think that's one of my biggest fears with this YouTube channel is that I'm gonna have to use my hands to show off these things I make. My hands are gross, so please don't call that out. Believe me, I know if I could fix my hands and make them less gross, I would. But got the lovely genes from my mom. Thank you, mother. All right. Here it is with the lid on. Boom. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna really quick make the other one just so that I can like tell you a more updated version of the chocolate chips. But it looks like I took about a little over 1/4 cup out of the recipe. So let's do this. Round 2. We're gonna retry with another jar. This is from my other friend, but yeah, let's just see how it goes. So start with flour, 1 3/4 cup. I am getting sweaty in this hat and sweatshirt, but I'm just trying to be festive, you know? Try and bring up the mood. I feel like it doesn't even feel like Christmas is coming. I've noticed that the past few years, so maybe that's just getting old. But especially this year, there was only snow one time so far where I live, and I can't go out anywhere really, so I haven't been able to see like Christmas lights other than around my neighborhood. I don't know. I hope you guys feel more Christmassy than I do, but I'm trying to be festive. Hopefully I can find some like non-copyright Christmas jingle to put in the background of this. Also, you can make these gifts for like more than just Christmas. You can do it for Hanukkah, you can do it for birthdays, all kinds of stuff. Right, so we put in flour, baking soda, and salt. Now we're just mixing it up, and then we're gonna throw it into this jar. Oops. Okay, I am making a mess. I'm like so afraid there's gonna be a dog hair or something in here. I feel like anytime I cook, there's like a little dog hair. It always finds its way in. My dog doesn't even shed that much compared to other dogs. My dog growing up shed so much. Nope. I wish I could pack this down more. Maybe I could. Let's look for a tool. Crazy idea. I'm gonna try a ice cream scoop. Maybe this doesn't pack. I don't know. We got that. Now let's do chocolate chips. We're gonna do 1 cup instead of 1 1/2. Like 1 1/4, I guess. Now we'll just start with 1 cup, and then we can always add it on top. Okay, 1 heaping cup. No, you don't need to go out. You just went out. Yeah! So we got that. Push them down. Okay, bud. Just gonna do 1 cup instead of 1 1/2. Now 3/4 cup packed brown sugar. Usually I would like clean this out between each one, but I don't think that's a big deal. Brutus, do you really need out right now? I feel like you don't. Sometimes he gets bored and just rings his bell to go out because he has like a bell on the door that signifies me that he needs out. 3/4 cup light brown sugar is in. I am covered in sugar. Oh my goodness. Let's pack it. Pack it real good. Probably should make us there's not like literal finger marks, because then they'll be like, ooh. 1/2 cup of sugar. I hope I have like exactly 1/2 cup in here. I don't. Sad. This is going everywhere. So that's 1/4 cup. Now let's open this new one. I am not sponsored by anything BTW, so when you see these brand names on the bags and stuff, they are not sponsoring me, don't worry. If they want to, hit me up. Nestle, you want to sponsor me? I fixed your cookie recipe. You had the wrong measurements. Perfect. I'm just gonna throw some chocolate chips on the top, because why not, you know? Boom. Here's the prettier one. And it is that full. Where's the lid at? Hello? Put on the lid. And boom. 1 DIY project is done. Actually, no, it's not. I need to add on the rest of the recipe to these jars. Make them look pretty. I'm gonna clean off my counter or my table so that I can write properly on it. I will be right back. So we need to attach the recipe to it. So my idea is to handwrite it. I don't have the best handwriting ever, but I'm gonna try my hardest. And you can always just type it up and print it out. That'll be just as easy. But I think I'm just gonna do it on a little note card because I have a ton of note cards from school left over. And I graduated a 1.5 years ago and I plan to never go back. So I'm trying to use these note cards up. I think just, you know, attaching it, I think it'll look cute. So maybe on the one side, I'll write like chocolate chip cookies. Chocolate chip cookie mix. Okay, so it's about 7 steps. And I have like 10 lines, I think, on here. I need water after eating all those chocolate chips. All right, there's the other side. All right, so I wrote out all the steps. They are in the recipe linked below. I know no one wants to hear me read them all out. So now to attach them to this, I'm going to punch a little hole into the corner. I have this 3-hole puncher. If you don't have one, you can probably just like stab it with some scissors or something, but be careful. 1 down, 1 to go. My hand's honestly kind of hurting from this because I haven't handwritten in so long. So I'm gonna go do that off camera because again, no one wants to watch me do that. So I will be right back. All right, so I have the recipes all written out on 2 pieces of paper. So now I'm going to just put a little ribbon around and attach them. I was gonna go through my box of gift wrap and find some ribbon in there, but my camera is, like the tripod is on top of that box because I'm a dum-dum. But I found this ribbon I had upstairs. Where does snow? Found this ribbon I had upstairs. I think it would work pretty great. And I also have this ribbon for twine. So just use what you have at home. And if you don't have anything, then go out and buy something. Oh, this would look cute, I think. Let's try this. So let's test it with one. This is why you should always keep every little piece of like gift wrap and stuff because it comes in so much handy around the holidays. Oh yeah, that'd be perfect. This is actually from freshman year, my dorm. I wanted to have like the twine with like the little tiny paper clips with photos in it, and I did that for the first couple years in college. So still have it, still kept the paper clips and the twine the paper clips are on in case I ever want to do that again. Do you really need out? Do you need to go potty? Okay. See, it seems silly to save this stuff until I finally find a use for it. String it through the hole, put it around here, make it even, and tie. I think I want this kind of close to like the ribbon knot bow. Boom. Here we go, 1 down. Beautiful. Not doing any better on this one. Oh, that looks horrible. That looks bad. There's number 2. All right, guys, now they're officially done. Got cookie mixes with the little recipes, and you could make it even cuter with better ribbon or like fabric, or you could wrap it in something. There's so many ideas of how to make this cuter, but this is what I chose to do, and hope my friends enjoy it. All right, so that is one DIY that you can probably do at your own home with stuff you already have around the house. You could definitely ship that out to someone or hand it to someone. That could be, you know, a coworker or a significant other, a friend, family member, whoever loves sweets and actually will bake it or just have it as a decoration, you know. Super easy.